Thanks to the miracles of modern technology, I can't actually show this to you with the label around up just to bother and stupid and figure it out. But what you're looking at is a mirror version of the Forager 2006 Pinot Noir. Sorry, 2016 Pinot Noir. This is the fifth year that John Maxwell has made this wine, and it's the second or third commercial release that he's done. What makes it more interesting than most is his approach to the fermentation process. He leaves it in the vineyard literally. The thought process behind this, as I understand it, being with all these vagaries of temperature, morning and night, it's way more complex to mature that wine in that environment as opposed to being in a winery where you have a relatively stable temperature. So it's far more demanding from a wine making point of view, but the belief is that these changes in temperature affect the yeasts to a degree where you get exponentially increased degrees of complexity. So I had a look at this wine on Sunday. It's coming from a slightly different patch of vines as was used in the last year's release. Last year it was only Greystone's fruit. This time it's from a tiny single vineyard that Dom has selected. So there were two reasons we to look at it. Firstly, I really like the wine, and secondly, to see just how differently things are evolving using different fruit this time, but the same rather unorthodox technique. 28 days in the vineyard, in open fermentation, and then of course taken further from there. What I saw that was the most interesting was this sort of deep, dark coil of fruit that I'm certain has the DNA to be something really amazing over time. Obviously, 2016, it's very early days, and it's not particularly fair to subject a wine to examination so soon. But one thing I'm absolutely certain of is that the multiplicity of layering and flavour, while obviously very taunt right now, is going to blossom and evolve over an extended period of time and be an exceptionally good wine. So I think another big winner for Dom. I think that we might be the only people outside of New Zealand that have the wine. The bottles are all labelled if you're into all that nonsense. The one we had on Sunday was the one before this, and this is 104 of 570 bottles made in total. So super exclusive end of the game. Note on the body, for me this was slightly more of a moderately bodied wine than the previous vintage, than the 15. It was slightly, I think it's going to be more approachable sooner. I'd give it another 2 or 3 years before you start to see what it really can do, but a bit of a winner for me. So thanks, cheers.